Hello there, and welcome to this Reiki Healing for Insomnia. If you'd like, you could close your eyes, you could stare at the screen, anything that you like, anything that you feel comfortable with. We're going to be doing a bit of pulling, lifting any heavy, dense energy that might be floating around, energy we might have picked up from during the day, from other people, from ruminating thoughts, things that no longer serve us. It's been a while since I've posted a video here. I've been working on a few things. I've made a lot more things more exclusive for my Patreon community, just for my own safety, just for things I've been experiencing on the internet. A lot of people are not accepting to Reiki energy, to this healing. They're confused by it. They don't understand it. They become quite attacking in that way. But I'm going to try to continue creating content to post here. But like I said, most of it is going to go up on Patreon, and I'd like to thank my Patreon community for supporting me. It helps keeping me doing these videos, creating this content. I've been treating Patreon as my mentorship program, somewhere you could go to learn different things. I've been trying to set it up as a big resource for anything that I know or anything that I'm going through on my own personal healing journey. That's what I'm bringing to that community. And then maybe 2 or 3 times a month, I'll probably post longer videos like this one, but it'll go on Patreon first, and then a few weeks later, then I'll post it here on YouTube. And I'll post the links below on how to sign up for Patreon, just below. So if you'd like to support me, I greatly appreciate you. I'm playing 2 different frequencies in the background. Brown noise and a bit of heart chakra restoration. The goal is to kind of heal yourself as you're listening, as you're watching, as you're coming back to center. In the past month, I've been feeling a lot of disconnect in the world. Disconnect from nature, disconnect from the self, disconnect from those around us. Take a deep breath in, slowly exhale. Let go of any heavy energy, any dense energy, anything that no longer serves you. And all that stress, anything that's kind of bothering you, take this moment to let go of that. Notice what's being lifted. Notice what ruminating thoughts there might have been. Allow that to fade away, to separate. Another deep breath in, and slowly exhale. The frequencies I'm using also help with sleep, with insomnia. The energy that I'm kind of sending out to you is to help with sleep, to bring you peace of mind. Because within sleep, that's where we do a lot of our problem solving. Within deep REM sleep is where we access problems in our day-to-day life, and our dream states try to address it, create programs to help solve it, bring us back to center. That's why it doesn't matter if you look at the screen or just listen. The energy is being transmitted using the frequencies and my own intention to help you wherever you might be struggling. I'm going to be doing a bit more pulling for another minute, and then I'll start using a few crystals for restoration. Take another deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Feeling yourself drifting off. Feeling at peace, feeling at calm, feeling at ease. One more deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Noticing that heavy energy lifted as you exhale. Noticing that shift within the body, I'm gonna start with some serpentine. I've been reading up that this is supposed to help with dreams, help with sleep. I'm just gonna comb through the energy fields. Use this as a safe space. Use this as a safe moment for yourself. Allow this to be a place of just restoration for you. Because a lot of us, we want to help the world, we want to heal the world. But we can't do that until we heal ourselves first, until we take care of ourselves first. Imagine yourself being wrapped in a bubble of pure white light. Light that is healing you. Light that is bringing you calm and peace. Restoring you, restoring your emotions, calling back in those soul fragments that might have been lost. A lot of times I'll get complaints, which is kind of what people did to push me off the internet to begin with, but they don't think that there's power in the crystals that I use, in the techniques that I use, and the things that I do. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what I'm using, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I set a specific intention, and your intention has it's been proven by science. It helps shape your reality, it shapes your beliefs. The power of belief is one of the most powerful things we have. So anything I bring you here, take what resonates. Whatever doesn't, it's not for your reality then. And whatever does resonate, that's what you were meant to hear in this moment. People sometimes don't believe in the things that we believe in. And even science sometimes can't prove the things that we believe in. But it's your own personal experience. Whatever you're feeling, whatever brings you calm and peace, whatever brings you back to center. Allow those things into your energy field. Take another deep breath in. Slowly exhale. I'm gonna switch crystals. This one was good. I haven't used that one before. Let's use some citrine. Citrine is used for power, for inner strength, for solar plexus. Call your power back in as you sleep. Use your affirmations. Do the inner work. Because once you heal you, once you become healed to a better version of you, to any version of you that's one step up from where you are, you're going to notice a shift, and other people are going to notice that shift. You're going to inspire a bunch of people. There are people silently watching us, being inspired, wanting to be like us, but we don't see them. So we carry a huge burden on our shoulders. Let go of that. Let go of those rocks. If you want, take a moment into this brief meditation that I've been using. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Imagine yourself walking on a boardwalk, walking through a pier, heading over to a small lake. And as you reach the end of the lake, looking down at the water, and you see a reflection, and you notice something odd. You notice that you've been carrying heavy boulders. These boulders represent your worries, your fears, your doubts, your limiting beliefs. Take a look at what's written on those boulders and slowly release them, letting go, one by one, dropping them into the lake and watching them sink to the bottom, disappearing from view. Keep doing this with each stone. And as you do, notice how you become lighter. How you feel less pressure on your shoulders. You're able to sit up a bit stronger. Take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale, letting go. Take another deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Forgive any external noise that might be coming up. It does become quite a noisy city. But keep focusing on your breath. Keep focusing on those rocks that you're letting go of, those boulders, the heavy energy. Feel yourself coming back to center. Notice how you're able to stand up taller now. Shoulders free from that stress and that worry, from those worlds that you created and carried. In this moment, it's about you. It's about your healing journey. Take another deep breath in and slowly exhale, letting go of that heavy energy, letting go of that shadow. I'm going to switch crystals. I'm going to use a bit of amethyst now for that dream state you might be trying to enter. Remember, as you dream, before you go to sleep even, focus on the things that you want in your reality. Do a bit of law of attraction. What are the things you'd like to call in? What does that feel like? In this moment, imagine as if you've had those things, as if you have it already. You're already living with that special person, with financial abundance, feeling healed, feeling powerful. Tell the universe what you want. Allow it to flow to you effortlessly. And this is something I'm learning as well, relearning, where we've been trained to work, hustle, because that's the only way to achieve any of the things that we want. That's the only way to achieve anything that we think we deserve. And yes, some work, meeting the universe halfway, is important, but if you think about it, all the worry and stress, has it really changed the outcome of anything? It's good to plan. It's good to take time and come up with a strategy for certain things. But a lot of times we end up ruminating on a lot of different things, the worst case scenario. And if that happens, which a lot of us have been through, we've been through the worst case scenario. And even then, if we can, we allow ourselves to fall apart and get back up, or we just get back up and keep pushing. We keep planning. We dance in the moment. If we think of a running stream, a river flowing, once it hits a block, it doesn't just stop right there. It takes time and it reroutes itself. It goes around. It dances with life. And that's something I want to teach, and that's something I'm relearning. Things are going to come up in our life that are constantly going to push us, constantly going to test us. And it's not fair, a lot of the things that we face and experience. But it's about learning how to dance with life. I think that's the important thing. How do we pick ourselves up after those tower moments, after everything feels like it's broken away? Even right now, as I go through things, I feel like I'm in a tower moment where some things are working very well, and then other things, I feel like I've lost a big part of what I was building. And I'm trying to look at the story of what that was and what that is. Because once I could overcome that, that then becomes a story that I could tell others to help inspire others. I think that's what I want for my Patreon community, starting in September. Kind of stepping into that main character energy, stepping into that villain energy, where we throw those terms around, but it's like, how do you become the main character of your story? How do you put yourself first? How can you put yourself first? How Can we stop worrying about what others want from us or expect from us? I'm going to switch to some soda light. So that's something I'm designing and working on. And you could look at it yourselves. Who are the characters you like from TV shows you watch or books that you've read? Or even real people that are living their lives? What's their story, and how have they inspired you? And what aspects of you exist within that person? What does it take for you to step into that person? And that's something I'm going to start pushing and training within Patreon. Making it full mentorship, making it something that's obtainable. And it's not like a switch that we flip and it's like, today I'm a main character. No, it's what do we do on the days when we don't feel like the main character, when we don't feel like a healed version of us, when we feel broken, when life pushes us down. In law of attraction, they call it contrast. We have those moments of highs, and then the moments of lows, or the contrast, the things that we don't want, but the things we need to experience to see. When we go to the movies or read a book, we see the main character going through all of these trials, these struggles. And it's if they didn't have those trials, if they didn't have those blocks in their path and overcame it, would it be a good story? Would we feel engaged in it? And so that's one way of stepping back and letting go of all the ruminating, all the heaviness going on. And sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes when we're in the heat of the battle, we have to be there in the present moment. We are the main character fighting, and it might feel like everything's collapsing around us. But once we're able to find our footing, how do we step back and look at the bigger picture? What am I learning from this? And as we go into, I'm still studying shamanism. I'm still training to become a shaman. That's something I'm excited to do and start bringing to the world once I learn a bit more. But how do we analyze what is happening to us when we are in the heat of battle, when we are being pushed beyond our limits? What is the physical response? How is my body reacting to things? What is my breathing like? What is my posture? How do I course correct those things? Do I straighten my shoulders, sit up taller? And then we look into the emotions of it. What are the emotions we're feeling from the event? What are the emotions we want to be feeling? Or why am I feeling these emotions? Because sometimes it could be something small, or what we perceive as small, or what other people perceive as small. But it's a trigger. It re-triggers us. And so that's where we start doing the shadow work. And I mentioned a few months ago, Chiron stepped into retrograde. And Chiron is an asteroid. It represents the wounded healer, the great healer. And so it's triggering us, bringing up a lot of wounds, a lot of past decisions. We're encountering trials, and it's meant to test us. It's meant to put us in the seat of the main character. It's meant to make us feel like the main character. But we need those tools to kind of overcome those challenges as they show up. Like I said, it's a dance. How do we dance with life? I think that's the most important thing. It's something I keep trying to remind myself. How do I take the time to myself? How do I heal? How do I come back to center? Come back to focus, and then move forward. Because a lot of the times we're more psychologically and emotionally processing things, whereas the event has ended. We've walked away from it. And so for me, a big thing is, as I'm going through trauma healing, is bringing myself back to the present moment so I could then analyze all the things that are happening and try and understand what's the story, what's the narrative, why is my brain trying to relive this, and what patterns is it trying to course correct. Because the brain, I saw a post, the brain isn't here to make us feel loved. The brain is here to make sure we survive. So if something happens to us, if we get triggered, it's trying to protect us. So it starts running programs within the mind. How do I avoid this event from happening again, even if it's something that we can't? I'm gonna switch to labradite. Sometimes life just happens. Sometimes things just happen. And it's not fair, and it's not right. And a lot of times it's unhealed people, hurting people. It's not our job to fix them, but it's our job to protect ourselves, to put boundaries, to step away from those events and those people that don't mean our best interest. Take a deep breath in, slowly exhale. And so with the Patreon, I want to try, I've been putting a ton of shadow work prompts, even if no one writes about it. It makes you start thinking about it. What's triggering me? What emotions are coming up? What mirrors are being reflected to me? And I think that's important. Introspection, self-reflection, understanding the self. Also journaling and understanding your journey. How far have you come from point A to point B? Even those of you that have been following me for a long time, how much have you changed by starting to do the work, by becoming aware of different healing tools, different techniques, different healing modalities? Have you noticed a shift in your reality? And honestly, that's how I created everything that I have right now. I took my own healing journey and I offer it to other people. Either through Reiki, through one-on-one sessions. Because I'm still learning. I'm not some higher level being, I'm not some sage, not some guru. I'm healing on my own journey. I'm still learning. And I think that's the point of this. It's not about me. It's not about me bringing you magic. I've only created a safe space for you to experience something here. Whatever you feel is your own imagination and your own body accepting whatever magic is real within that reality. It is your own power. It is what you allow. It's whatever you set your intention to be. And I think we need to step forward with that throughout our lives. Adding a bit of magic, understanding our affirmations have power, understanding our words have power. Because you could go on here, you could go on TikTok, you go on Instagram and look up magic and witchy things and Reiki and a whole bunch of stuff. But keep it simple. Your words are spells. Your words are magic. You can manifest at any time that you want. You could unmanifest any time that you want. You don't have to wait for a special portal or anything like that. I'll still hold ceremonies during those times because the more people we have, the more powerful those events can become. And that's why I started doing these things. I started doing lives because I wanted to get as many people as possible to meditate. It's been shown that a group of people meditating in one spot is able to shift the vibration of the planet, the vibration of the city, bringing peace and harmony to others. And even though the world feels like it's getting heavier and heavier, there's still light there. We just have to look for it. And if we can't find it, we become it. Take another deep breath in, slowly exhaling. we're gonna wrap up. Just a few minutes of just light energy. So imagine that blanket of light surrounding you. Imagine it healing you. Imagine it bringing you back to center. And if you're still here, if you're still conscious with us, notice if your energy has shifted. Notice if you feel any different than when you first began on this journey here. I think that's my goal, creating spaces of peace, of relaxation, journey work. Remember, you could come back here anytime that you want. This energy is always here with you. It's something you could tap into. Something I do is I imagine a place in nature I like going. Imagine the entire place radiating with powerful light, with healing energy. But me as a Reiki master, I channel that energy. I could send that energy to others, no matter where they are, through time and space. Take another deep breath in, slowly exhaling. Right, I'm gonna use a bit of selenite just to kind of close things off. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has brought you back to center. I hope this has brought you light and joy. Peace, even a good night's sleep. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me. I want to thank you all for being here. Message me if anything. Feel free to comment anything that you're experiencing. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. You got this.